Hello everyone, this is Cholera bringing you set 3 of July versus Luxury, and this is going to be on the map Troy. This will decide who advances from their best of 3 into, I believe, the round of 8 of the WCG Korea qualifiers. And so far it's been a very fast-paced series, neither game of the previous 2 lasting more than 9 minutes. Here we have in yellow Julyzerg at the 11 o'clock position on Troy. Teal, we have Teal at the 5 o'clock, Luxury, and I'm going to be interested to see if either player decides to use the assimilators at all, but this being Zerg versus Zerg, I don't think it's actually going to happen, because Zerg versus Zerg, unfortunately, is just so fast that it's going to be very difficult to pin the other player and to have enough time, really, with a free time with your Zerglings or Mulisk to actually kill the assimilators. But we'll see. It could be that one of the players would decide to lock their opponent in, but I somewhat doubt it, unless perhaps one of the players is going for a fast expand, a 12 hatchery build, and the other player might think about pinning them in and separating the expansions. But in any case, Julyzerg, every single game has been opening with the 12 hatchery. The first game it worked out well for him. He gained an economic advantage that kept the entire game, but the last game it worked disastrously because Luxury went for a 9 pool, forced him to cancel, and then forced him to cancel a second hatchery, which really sealed the deal. I don't think there's any way July could come back afterwards. He was just so far behind in resources. July once again going for the Overlord first. If he goes 12 hatch this game once again, he might have a little more luck, because they are at cross positions. Luxury has gone for the 9 pool. I'm sure of that this time, of course, seeing the pool going down so early, and it's going to be a little bit about luck. If he can spot July early enough, if he has his spider sense up and he knows July is at that 11 o'clock position, rather than bothering with looking for that 7 o'clock position. But anyway, it doesn't really matter, because July has not gone for the 12 hatchery into expansion, perhaps realizing this map, perhaps realizing his plan has been pretty much figured out by Luxury, so he's going for a much safer 12 pool build, which is definitely going to give him a bit of an advantage over Luxury. 12 pool will allow him Zerglings in time to defend, and also will give him a definite resource advantage pretty soon. And he is getting his gas up. Now, the one thing Luxury has going for him, of course, is that faster tech. And oh no, July actually, well, not oh no, but July is definitely going for the expansion nonetheless. So 12 pool into expansion hatchery at the natural. And Luxury, unfortunately, is not going to spot it, so he's not going to be able to prepare a proper reaction for this anytime soon. Julyzerg has the hatchery down. Luxury, I think, yeah, Luxury Zerglings are already out, and we'll see if he decides to move left or upper left. This is going to be very critical, whether he knows, whether he can just sense with his hairs on his back that July is at the cross position, and looks like he is. His spider sense is working, but I don't think this is going to work, though. I don't think Luxury is going to be able to kill off that hatchery. July's Zerglings are almost going to pop now, and once they pop, I think that he will be able to defend against this. And look at this. They're going to come exactly at the same time, and July, unless he's very unlucky, will be able to defend, and both players are just going to have to posture here. I don't think July is going to be able to take... July is going to lose here, but Luxury is bringing 4 more Zerglings critically, and if July doesn't reinforce this force, he could be in big trouble. Luxury taking pot shots at that hatchery, and July is pretty much not able to do anything because he doesn't want to let Luxury run into his main base. That's the reason why his Zerglings are hanging around behind the hatchery, and this time Luxury has gotten more Zerglings out front. He's gone for speed upgrade, I think, first, and Luxury, this could be a very fast game with Luxury winning. Speed upgraded Zerglings are just so much better than unupgraded Zerglings, and here comes the big Zergling fight. Luxury is going to take this fight, and with it, he could take this game. Julyzerg making a critical mistake there by going for this natural expansion, which is much more difficult to hold than I thought it would be, because of that very narrow choke point, and because of how the far distance away from the base. And Luxury will be able to pick down this hatchery, no question about it, no two ways about it. This hatchery will go down for July, and this is disastrous for July. July can pretty much GG at this point. There's no way he can come back, and this is really unfortunate for July. The God of War this time will be beaten most likely by one of the 2 Zerg broodling twins, Yarnak, of course, being the other one, and Luxury, of course, is statistically a better Zerg versus Zerg player. He's showing himself to be almost as good as Jaedong in this field of Zerg versus Zerg, and he's going and sniping off the drones, and this is good game here for Tushin, the God of War. There's no way he can possibly come back from this. It would have been nice to see him represent Korea in the World Cyber Games, but certainly Luxury would not be bad either. It would be nice to have a Zerg in the delegation, and yeah, we're just going to wait for July to GG. There is nothing he can do here. So Luxury showing he is very good at Zerg versus Zerg, no question about it. Really, only Jaedong is better than him, basically. basically. Julyzerg, despite being the OSL winner, not good enough, and Luxury winning this game with a very, very smart attack there. And July, unfortunately, was unable to reinforce that natural expansion and had to go down. So, hope you guys enjoy this quick little series. Not much to cast, but I'm glad to see Luxury move on. I would have been glad to see July move on. I like both of these players a lot. Leave some comments. Do leave anything about yourself. I've been asking for just descriptions about the viewers of my videos, like where you're from, anything of interest, what you do, if you're a student, you know, where you work, whatever. It's all interesting to me because I've been receiving a lot of that recently, and I find it something definitely that I like to read. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Cholera signing off.